Okay, this is my third video. Past week has been really difficult. Felt really depressed a few days last week, and then the past couple of days have been really difficult because I've run out of Klonopin. So I'm going through Klonopin withdrawal, and just makes me more edgy and more panicky. Makes it really difficult to sleep at night. Anyways, one of the previous videos I said I'd discuss like the different types of borderlines, and these are my own observations and just things I've seen people write. And I suspect the differences between us are, I think there's one group of us that are insecure about ourselves. There's another group that's more secure, and then I'm not sure how to classify the other group. But I think what we all have in common is our relationships are dysfunctional at some point, dysfunctional and chaotic, and at some point they'll eventually end. And even when they start out, everything appears normal or great, but even that may not be real because we may be idealizing you, the relationship, or both. And if you don't know what the idealizing is, it's basically, everything's great, everything's perfect. And the group I can speak the best about is what I relate to, and that would be, the insecure borderline. And when things start out, it's really great, and as unfortunately, it's not always going to be a new relationship. But as time goes on, things become old. And, I'm very in tune with fluctuations. I analyze everything to death. Words used, the tone of voice, facial expressions, how things are said, words used, and that will trigger a perceived sense of they're going to abandon me or leave. And it's not rational, and logically I'm aware of that, but there's still that panic that kicks in. And once that ends up happening, then I become very needy and insecure and clingy and need constant reassurance, and eventually that wears on the person, and that leads to arguments, and that just keeps pushing them further away. And then you just go through different stages of emotions where I want the friendship, the relationship to be back to the way it was. So you go through stages of constant apologizing and trying to get everything repaired. When that doesn't work, then extreme anger when that doesn't work. Going into like a detached state, and then maybe back to anger, and then back to apologizing. Just through these different cycles to try to get the relationship back on track and back to the way it was. And what ultimately ends up happening is going through those different cycles just takes more of a toll on the person, and eventually they don't want anything to do with me. And once that happens, then I go into a severe state of depression, and that will last for anywhere from 2 to 4 months. So that's me, and I think there's a large group of us like that. I think the other group would be more of a secure, confident borderline, where things will start out perfect and great with them, and then at some point when they're triggered and they start pushing you away, once they decide they're done with you, they're done with you, and they're not coming back. And they move on. And then the third type would be more, I don't know, indecisive, I guess. It seems like things will be going good. They'll drop out of your life, then reappear, and then drop out, and it's that kind of a cycle for them. But anyways, those are what I seem to notice as being the three different types of borderlines. I'm sure there's others out there. Anyways, that's it for this video. I guess I'll be doing some more at some point, talk about traits, kind of my life, and go from there. So, hope you got something out of this.